Well, good afternoon, everyone. Dr. Foster here, the success coach with MaximumChange.com. I am in summer mode. Obviously, you could tell because I'm wearing a t-shirt today, but I've also been doing some to-do list items that I wanted to get done during the summer myself because I still like to get my hands a little dirty. It reminds me of who I am and where I came from when I engage in the honeydew list. So not to say that it isn't nice to pay for someone to come and do like fix the toilet. I love it when someone comes and fixes the toilet. I don't want to have to mess with that. I love it when someone comes and does concrete work or builds a fence. Those type of things I don't really care to get involved with, but I can do small projects around the house, and I still enjoy doing that. And I talked not too long ago about also the idea that I like to mow my grass, and well, my son's been mowing the grass lately. But anyhow, I digress. I wanted to talk about the idea of where do you find clients? Actually, where do you find prospects that become clients? And I've been working with a colleague of mine and talking to him about building his business, and he's kind of doing a startup similar to what I'm doing, but probably more on the executive coaching and consulting side. And he works with mostly not-for-profits, churches and things like that, but he also works with the corporate side, and he has a background in education as well, like myself. So anyhow, I've been working with him, and the other day yesterday when I was talking about scaling your business, one of the ideas that came to me after I ended my session was the fact that many people don't know where to find their prospects, and they don't know how to turn them into clients. Well, some of this is kind of a sales funnel conversation, if you will. But this is stuff that I work with my clients on all the time. And, I'm working with executives around the world. I'm helping them, business owners, entrepreneurs. I'm helping them build, grow, and even lead their businesses to new levels. And one of those things is, how do you perfect your sales funnel? Now, there's a ton of people out there that are far more of an expert on sales funnels than I am. But I know about my business, and I know what's working. And here's a truth that I want you to carry away. No matter what I say or what the experts say, we have to find a way that it works for you, works for your personality, works for your style, works for your business model. Just because I say do X, Y, Z doesn't mean that maybe there's another letter in there somewhere to make it slightly different. It's like, my fingerprint is unique from your fingerprint. Well, your business is unique from mine. Now, there's some things that are standard that work across the board, and then there's things that are nuanced. And so what works for you may not work for me, and what works for me may not work for you. So we have to find the nuance that works, because if it doesn't sound natural coming out of your mouth, if you're not convinced of it, if it's not working for you, then it's not going to work for your prospect, and it's not going to work in turning them into customers. Okay, so let's talk about this. In general, I have a love-hate relationship with this idea, and that is that everyone that you come across is a prospect. Now, a prospect or a lead, if you want to call it that, a prospect or a lead is someone that is not qualified yet to be a customer. So it means that everyone around you is a lead or a prospect. Now, the caveat to that is, obviously, I'm not going to go to try to sell my business coaching or consulting services to my grandmother, right? However, if I'm selling a supplement, a vitamin, or maybe a tool that's used in the kitchen or in the backyard or around the house, I might want to include family members in that prospect list or that lead list. So that's why you see so many network marketing people, not any bash against them, but the truth is the low-hanging fruit when you're starting out in an MLM network marketing is you go find your friends and family, right? I mean, that's just part of it. But the truth is everyone around you is a prospect or a lead until you qualify them to become what I call they're cold leads or they're cold prospects, but until you qualify them as a warm or hot lead, they're just someone bumping around that may or may not need what you have to offer, right? And so everyone is a prospect when you're coming along. Now, there are certain things within your business realm, in your market, that cause you to disqualify someone. Now, I use this word disqualify very lightly in this sense because you don't want to automatically disqualify someone. And I'll give you an example. I'm a coach, right? I do life coaching. I've got a master's degree in coaching and mentoring. I'm certified as a coach, and I do leadership coaching because that's what my master's and doctorate are focused in. So I do leadership coaching, business coaching, life coaching. And so the question is, do I prospect to other coaches? Well, if I'm purely focused on the business aspect of what I'm doing and how to build a business, how to find the qualified customers. And by the way, if you're interested, all you need to do is send me a direct message here on Facebook and say, I would like to get a copy of the prospect or customer avatar, the ideal customer avatar. I've got this form that I'll be happy to send you, but you'll need to send me a direct message with your email and say, I'd like to have a copy of that customer avatar form, and I'll be glad to send it to you. So knowing who the ideal customer is obviously is the best route, because we go toward those people that fit the glove, if you will, or fit the realm of what we're looking for. But in the generalist of terms, if I'm looking for business owners, I may not be particular in what kind of business per se that I'm going after. Now, I do have some light disqualifiers, like I'm not necessarily going to try to go and prospect another business coach. And I'm certainly not going to try to prospect someone who appears to be on the same par or above me in their acumen, because the chances of me closing a deal with them are minimal. Now, if they're coming to me and they're wanting me to be a life coach for them because they're a business coach, and then I can speak into them from a life coaching perspective about running a business, that might be something else. However, I'm not necessarily looking for someone who's on the same par with me, same level acumen, or doing the same or similar thing that I'm doing. So for me, that is a light disqualifier. There's other ways that you can qualify or disqualify a lead. For me, it's part of my sales funnel. What I tell people is, if you're interested in taking your business to the next level, just go to my website, MaximumChange.com, take a quick 30-second survey, and then we'll schedule a time to meet. Now, that survey is designed for me to get a feel, get a gut instinct of what it is they're looking for and whether or not they're going to be a candidate for working with me at a particular level. So if you come to me and you say, I want one-on-one coaching, but you don't have a budget that matches the services that I provide, then what I can do is I can lead you to other options that I have available. And for most entry-level people, it's to get involved in the Master Academy, the Business Academy. And that's $79 a month. And by the way, I'm trying to form another group right now. So if you're interested in getting in on that, I'd like to get 10 to 20 people, get started on that at $79 a month. And, we can get going on it's a mastermind group that has a live training from me on a weekly basis. I'll pop in, and then we have Q&As and other things. If you're interested in that, again, send me a direct message through Facebook here and say, I'm interested in the Master Academy, and we'll go from there. But if you're a business owner who's growing your business and you want to take it to the next level, then possibly you're looking to get into the accelerator program or the one-on-one coaching, and that is a budget-intensive process. And I usually encourage you to take 6 to 12 months to involve yourself in that process. So when we're dealing with finding the ideal prospect, when we're prospecting, when we're looking for the ideal customer, we have to have in mind who that person is. Now, there is a level to this that comes into the realm of understanding how to use hashtags. Because if you're going to look for these people on the internet, you need to know what kind of hashtags they are going to use or they're going to be connected with. And what I mean by that is, for example, if I'm looking for a small business owner, I might do a hashtag search for small business owner or small business or business owner or home business. And those are all hashtags. And so I could use that in the context of Facebook. I could use it in the context of LinkedIn and certainly Instagram. I could use it in Twitter and so many other social medias that use the hashtag. The hashtag is powerful because what it allows me to do is say, okay, I'm looking for someone who is a small business owner or a business owner. And so I start looking through there. Now, the catch to this is some of the people that are like me, that are a business coach or a life coach, they're probably prospecting the same pool. So now, not only do you have to, find the person in this context, but now you have to be able to stand out for them. And there's many different ways you can stand out. But again, this is where I talk about the nuance. There's a certain thing that I do that one of my coach mentors showed me how to do, and it works for me, but it may not work for you. So again, everyone is a prospect, but not everyone is a client, meaning that when I use my technique to get them in the funnel is this. I find them on social media somewhere, or they've answered an ad that I've run in Facebook. I run Facebook ad. And so that Facebook ad might lead them to this Facebook page, or it might lead them to my website, MaximumChange.com. And depending on what I'm trying to capture there is depending on what's going to happen. Now, if you're getting on my Facebook page, obviously you're looking for a long-term relationship because you're wanting to invest in getting information from me. But at some point, this information might not be deep enough for you, and you need to move to the next level, like the Business Academy, where on a regular basis, we're going to get in and talk about things that are relevant to your specific business. Once a month, you get to ask questions and get feedback from me. And there may be a time or two where I'll allow you to jump into the hot seat and ask me a question or two. And or maybe I'll look at your website or your business plan or something, and I'll do an analysis of it. I do that at a very low level. When you get into the accelerator side of it, I'm doing a deep dive into your business and your business plan and your mission and your vision and the culture. And I'm looking at all those things to help you take your business to the next level. And obviously that's an investment that I'm making in you, and you are investing in the process. Don't ever look at this as an expense. If you look at self-development and developing your business as an expense, you will spin your wheels and you'll never go anywhere because you'll be afraid to spend the money because you'll look at it as an outflow that never has a return on investment. If you are looking to invest in yourself, the idea of investment is you get a return. Now, that return is business, it is flexibility, it's efficiency, it's something that you're getting in return for the dollar spent, all right? Okay, so let's talk about this. So social media, you can go on, I'm just gonna give you an example. Let's go on Instagram. Instagram is one of the tools that I use a lot, and I've got all these messages popping up saying, I love your page, keep it coming, my friend, and I'll reach out to that person here in a little bit. But we'll use the search feature. There's a little hourglass right down here in the corner, and you probably can't see it that well, but use the search feature. Oh, I should have done this on my screen so we could share it. And then up here at the top is a search bar. And when you click on that, it has the top accounts that you're connected with, and then I'm going to choose 3 over as tags, T-A-G-S. This is your hashtags. And so right now I have some hashtags that automatically come up that I'm following, that I'm interested in. But let's say that you are a consulting firm and you're looking for landscape businesses. So I've not done this before, so this is an experiment for both of us. I'm going to do a hashtag landscape. It would be helpful if I could spell my business. B-U-S-I-N-E-S. All right, business. I'm telling you, my finger's too big. Okay, so when you type in landscape business across the top there, and it's hashtag landscape business, all one word, what you're going to get is some options of different hashtags that come up. Now, again, this is in Instagram. You might be using something else. But for example, one of the hashtags is landscape business, and it has 1,795 posts. That means that when you click on that, you get this screen that comes up with all the different posts there, and you can scroll through these posts, and like here's a picture of some guy, and it's the name of this guy is It's His Turf. So what I could do is I can click on his profile and see what he's doing. This guy is a landscape, hardscape, lawn maintenance, and it even gives me his email address. So if I were looking to go after the landscaping business, I could do something like this. Hey, this is the lawn consultant, and I was just coming across your profile, and I think that the work you're doing is pretty incredible, and I thought I'd just offer you a complimentary consulting session to see if I can help you take your business to the next level. If that sounds like something for you, feel free to go to my website at xyzlawns.com and take a quick 30-second survey, and then we'll plan a time to meet. Hope you have a great day. Look forward to hearing from you soon. Just that simple. You reach out to them, and I do that through a messaging. Now there's 3 dots up here in the corner, and a box pops up in the middle, and I'll go to send message. And down here in the bottom, let me see if I can get it to where you can see it. I don't know if you can see it. See that little microphone down there? If you hold that microphone down, you can actually speak into your phone and leave a voice message for that person. So that's what I would do. I'd say, hey man, I just came across your incredible profile. I love what you're doing in the landscape business. I would love to be able to talk to you, maybe give you a 30-minute consult to see how I can help you take your business to the next level. If that sounds like you, just go to my website, XYZ Lawn Doctor, and do a quick 30-second survey or fill out the survey. I'd love to hear from you. Hope you have a great day. Boom. That's how you do a prospect on a cold lead. This guy has never heard of me before. He doesn't know who I am. I don't even know if he is customer material. So what I'm doing is I'm qualifying, disqualifying. You're either going to qualify them, and that means they enter your funnel by going to your website, filling out the little survey. And for me, my survey literally takes 30 seconds to fill out. You should go over there and try it out yourself and check it out. And so it takes 30 seconds. And what happens is once they've filled out that form, it emails me the data and then allows them to set up a time to meet with me. Now, most people are going to qualify, disqualify themselves just by the budget numbers that I've listed there. And I list, $100, I think $5,000, and $10,000 to $20,000, because those are my levels, right? So maybe someone will look at that and say, oh man, I can't afford $79 a month or whatever it is. So they disqualify themselves. But maybe they're telling me that they need one-on-one coaching, but they only have $100 a month to work with. So rather than meeting with them for 30 minutes, what I'll do is I'll send them an email and I'll say, hey, thank you so much for reaching out to me. I love the fact that I got to hear from you today. What I'd like to do is engage with you in a conversation via email first before we set up a time, because I think I have a lot to offer you, but I'm concerned about your availability of budget for the things you need. And then I explain to them the different programs I have, or I may send them a link saying, if you're interested, here's a link on this. It'll tell you everything about what we're doing, and it'll get you engaged in that. So you get to help them qualify, disqualify themselves at several levels. The idea here for me, and certainly the idea for you, is you don't want to spend a lot of time talking to someone about your premium product or service when they don't have the budget to buy. Now, I know that sounds a little crass for some people, but the truth of the matter is time is money. In fact, the other thing I was telling my son earlier today, we were out and I was sitting in the parking lot of Lowe's because I had to go get a couple of things. And I'm sitting there and I said, hold on a minute, I'm going to send this message. And I did one of those messages like I just rehearsed for you. And when I was finished, I turned to him and I said, every time I do that, that's money. He said, money? I said, yeah, every time I say something, that's money. He said, Dad, I don't understand. What does that mean? That's money. I don't see money. I don't hear money. I don't hear a register going ka-ching. What do you mean by that's money? What I mean is that for every person you communicate with, first of all, they know you exist now. There's no denying it. So now they either are interested or not interested. Now there's a spectrum to interested. So, that sounds interesting. I'll keep them in my periphery. That's interesting. I'll follow them. Wow, that's interesting. I'm going to engage them. Go to that website, fill out that 30-second form, and move ahead to see how they can help me take my business to the next level. So what I mean by money is that every person that you prospect to is going to have some payout down the road. And I use the analogy quite often of falling a tree. And I've talked about this before in other videos, but I want to talk about it a little bit today. When you fall a tree or fell a tree, what that means is you take a hatchet or an axe, and typically it's an axe, and you take swings at the tree until you wedge it out and it falls over. Now the question that's asked philosophically is, which hit of the axe caused the tree to fall? Now, you could argue philosophically that it was the first strike of the tree that caused it to fall, because without that first strike, there would be no fall. Then there's the other end of the argument philosophically, that it was the last hit of the axe that caused the tree to fall, because without that last hit, it wouldn't have fallen. I say that it's every strike of the axe to the tree that caused the tree to fall. That's my philosophy. And so that means every person that you engage, they're either going to be a yes, no, or a maybe. And if they're a maybe, that's great because now they're in the funnel. If they're a yes, that's even better because now they become a customer. The no's are the persons you want to get out of the way as quickly as possible. They don't make you any money per se, but what they do is they set you up for a momentum to earn money for those people that were the maybes and the yeses. So the sooner you get the no's out of the way, the better. But every time I do that, that's money because it moves me one step closer to a maybe or a yes. And the idea is to move someone from, I don't know who you are, to, I am interested in who you are, to, I love who you are, let me do business with you. And the faster you can move someone to that last station, and oh, by the way, once they become a customer, you need to be able to keep them happy, keep them serviced. And if you're offering a product that's a one-off product, meaning they're going to buy it one time and never buy it again, you need to be creative in how you get them to buy similar products or complementary products or services to keep them churned in the know. For example, I'm going to buy a smartphone and then I'm going to keep it for several years. I've actually had this phone for, I don't know, 3 years maybe. I love this phone. This is a Galaxy S7. I think they have an S10 something, I don't know, 10X 500,000, what, I don't know. But anyhow, the point is, I'm not going to buy a new phone every year. Some people do. I don't. I happen to like getting a phone and sticking with it for a while. Same with my laptop. I'm going to buy a laptop, and my goal is to buy a high-end laptop and keep it for 4 to 5 years. Now, the particular laptop I have right now that I'm talking to you through is about 4 or 5 years old. So I'm at the stage to buy another laptop. Here's what I'm talking about. There is a slow cycle between purchases on higher end products like my smartphone or my computer, or maybe a Yeti Blue microphone. I'm not going to buy a lot of these. And in fact, I love this Yeti microphone, but I don't have a need for another one until this either breaks or I need to have multiple microphones for a desk setting. And I may do that someday. But my point is this: if you have a product or service that is a slow churn, meaning it takes a long time for them to come back and buy something, then you need to find supplemental products and services to fill in the gap during that time. Now, for me, I provide a service, and I provide different levels of service. So you get these trainings. I have the academy, which is for people on a monthly basis, and then I have the accelerator, and then I have the private coaching. So I have all this different income stream that I work with. And oh, by the way, I do sell webinars, seminars. I do sell books. I have 4 books that I've published, and so I stay pretty busy. Okay, that's about all I have for you on the idea of everyone is a customer, a prospect. Not everyone's a customer. So if anything I've said to you resonates with you, either send me a direct message on the areas that I've told you. Like if you want to get that customer avatar, just send me a direct message with your email address and say, hey, I'm interested in that customer avatar form that you have. If you need you're interested in getting involved in the Master Academy, just go ahead and send me a direct message and say, hey, I'm interested in the Master Academy, and we'll get you in the process there. I'd love to get you engaged in that. And of course, if you're just wanting more information on Maximum Change, on me, the Success Coach, I'm going to ask you to go to MaximumChange.com. Boom, there's the link. Go to our website and go through the process there. Be sure to go check out our survey. Again, it's about a 30-second survey, and I'd love for you to go through it. And if you qualify, I'd love to have a 30-minute free consultation with you. I'm Dr. Foster. I'm the Success Coach with MaximumChange.com. I hope you have a great day, and look forward to hearing from you in the direct message and on my wall in Facebook. See you soon.